Now, although a camera can take any position, there are basically three distinct ones. Either you film from a low angle, or you go eye height, or you go above the eyes and take a high shot. So that means that anything lower than the eye height is considered a low angle shot. Anything above the eye is considered a high angle. But let's start off with the low angle and why you should use that or why you shouldn't. Now, first of all, the position of the camera creates a visual story. It tells something about the character. Remember that the audience will always perceive the video that they are watching from the camera perspective. You know, we talked about that before when placing the camera close to the talent or far away. Now, when shooting below the height of the talent's eyes, we are looking up to the character. They appear bigger on screen, but also in status. All of a sudden, my talent is somebody who means something. They have the upper hand. They are in control. They are the boss. Even when filming slightly below eye level, you're already telling that story. That is why it's so important to be aware of this. Now, of course, just going slightly underneath eye level will not make that effect so prominent, but the status difference is there, just slightly. Now, in the extreme case, we talk about a frog perspective. This is used when you want to showcase that your character is the actual boss, the badass, the one who has everything in control. So then we have eye height. This is when you level with your audience. You make your character equal. Nothing special, a neutral camera position, oftentimes used in interviews. And then finally, we have the high perspective. The character appears to be small on screen and their status also diminishes. We are looking down on the talent. They appear more vulnerable. And in the extreme case, we can call this even a bird's eye perspective. Now, pretty understandable stuff, but how do we implement this in a video project? Well, let's say that we have two people talking to each other. One of the characters is the employee and the other one is the employer. The employee reaches out to the boss to ask for a raise. So at first, the employee feels vulnerable, a little bit scared to ask. So we shoot the talent from a higher perspective. And when shooting it over his shoulder, we even link that perspective to the person that the talent is talking to. So when the boss starts to talk, we switch camera angle and shoot from a little bit below. The employer has the high ground. They can make the decision, but suddenly the employee steps up their game. So we switch camera positions and film slightly from below, making the talent appear stronger. Maybe the employee is threatening to quit. So the boss might get a little bit scared, so we shoot from a slightly higher angle, making the boss now feel vulnerable. Now that is a great example of how you can set and change the status of a character. This also extends to creative work or event videos. I once made a short video about someone who makes spray paint art. I created a mix of both shooting from a low angle to make him appear as a great artist, but also from a high angle to visualize how small he is in front of the big wall that he is about to paint. That tells something about the canvas that he's working on. So always think about the camera position and what the status is that you want to give to the character or talent.